Alright. Yo, what's good? Um, right now, I'm at my local park by myself in my lonesome. Currently, look, right here. Cool. Up in the sky. So nice. I hope my camera quality is actually pretty good for this. But, yeah. All by my lonesome. Anyway. Alright. So, like, there we go. That's a lot better. Okay. So, I don't really have necessarily anything to talk about in specific, but um, well, the first thing that actually kind of comes to my mind is I. This is like a real life experience based on just like random people coming back into my life, random people coming into my life in general, and I truly do believe in like the law of like vibration, in the sense like yo, if you're on the same frequency with somebody, that you're gonna attract them, and they're gonna attract you, and it just happens like it's so synchronized. It's a synchronicity, and so I'm I'm kind of just looking at things because this has happened recently, like very recently, like maybe almost less than a week ago, that two people had kind of came into my life, and I had thought that they were gonna come in before, like it was like a little intuition thing, but I didn't expect them to come back like soon. Or honestly, like I didn't expect them to come back in general. Like I knew they were gonna come back, but still something in my heart said like, nah, they might not come back. And they ended up coming back. It was two very good friends of mine. Okay. And recently, I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about my past relationship, romantic relationship, and I think that probably is just stemming because of the fact that I haven't been in one in like a minute, and I've had multiple fucking situationships, and I hate even seeing that shit. Genuinely, I'm more than sure everyone fucking hates saying that shit, but it's been bringing me back memories of like fondness and strength of a relationship, and how unique it was, because I knew this person almost my entire life. I didn't really get to know them until like my sophomore year, and I I would have never guessed for something to kind of stem into like a very beautiful relationship. And I know where I fucked up. I definitely know where I did my wrongs and crossed my X's instead of crossing my T's. Um, and I've definitely learned of my level of consciousness should have been at. But then again, I also believe like there are no such thing as mistakes, truthfully. Um, I don't think there's really mistakes. I think it was meant to happen. It was meant to show me something. It was meant to show me how lazy I can get, like how it takes constant effort, this lack of trying to always be comfortable, not the lack of no comfort, the lack of always trying to be comfortable. And it's taught me very much so that it projects some certain ideals that I used to think of, like, like a relationship should just like kind of go with the flow, this and that, and kind of just already blossom. Like it should already be set, you know. And I didn't, I didn't feel like I needed to try as hard. because I did have a very inflated ego. I didn't. I thought I was better than everyone. I thought I was the smartest dude in the group. I thought I was the smartest individual in my school. I didn't think like, oh well, no, I can't say that. I definitely think like I had competition, but that competition was so unwarranted because it was just for me. It wasn't for anybody else's gain. It wasn't for anyone else to know really. It was just for me. And I sit here to realize like it wasn't worth it because in the end I was the one who kind of, damn, it just got real quiet. In the end I was the one that kind of just blew the relationship. I let it go. I didn't try. Did I want to try? Yeah. I thought like me thinking like, oh yeah, like I'm consciously thinking about it, so that means I'm already working on it. No. No. That's not how it worked. And I'm still learning that, and I'm still having that struggle. And today kind of felt different actually with that, because I felt like I was making, so I'm in culinary school, and I'm opening a restaurant soon, and I was writing down my recipes and like the ingredients and all this and that, whatever I can come up with. So see some shit online, and so I was writing it down, and I was like, I was getting in my sphere, this and that. I was getting into like a certain flow, and I was like, wow, this feels great. Like I'm in the middle of work, like a party of 20 just walked in, and another party of I think 12. Oh wait, it was a party of 12, and then a party of 15 that turned into a party of 20. It didn't stop me, to be honest. It really didn't. Me and two other coworkers of mine love them, great people. One of them is a Scorpio. His name is Vinette. Love that dude. The other kid, he is Cancer. His name is Joshua. I look at that guy as like my little brother, like for real, like I feel like he knows what he's doing. That's why I kind of have trust in him. But there's also another kid named Caesar. That kid is special. I love that kid for real. He brings a certain aspect into my life that like yo, like this is like my son, like for real. Like, even though we're literally the same age, it's like he's my son, and I'm very grateful for him, and I'm very grateful for the universe for actually bringing him into my life, and I genuinely have high hopes for him. He's an Aquarius. I genuinely have high hopes for him, and I understand that he'll definitely he'll get there. He'll get to where he wants to get to. But besides that, going back, knocked out that party of 15, or sorry, that 12 and that 20, and right before that I was writing down the recipes, in my flow, this and that, and it kind of changed me because today I did everything that I kind of wanted to do. I had to go to downtown to go pick up my uniform for school, because I'm starting that up really soon, my baking class, and damn, I lost my train of thought. Okay, I picked up it was a chef jacket, or jackets, that I picked up. I went to go to downtown, picked it up, came back, smoked a little bit, met up with my friend, my twin flame Danny, then my soulmate came in, Jay, we smoked, then we went to this park, actually, this very park, and we sat, let me show y'all, right over there, like, I don't know if y'all can see, right in that bench right there. Wait, Yeah, you can see that? I don't think so, but it's over there. Camera quality's ass. Don't worry about it. And we just started talking about life, this and that, his little like relationship thing that he's going on, and okay, cool. My phone's at 10%. His little relationship thing that's going on, and and actually, no, that's just okay. Actually, this is kind of like what brought into my first topic, or my second, was I had a dream about my past relationship, and like this is where like it was like, what the fuck, like it was me and my ex just talking about and catching up on life. It was super weird. It was so vivid, and I still remember it because I wrote it down actually. It was just us talking about life, and it felt so real. And when I woke up, I was just like, and I really do believe in telepathy in some capacity. If I'm thinking about you, I know I'm in your head. And if you're thinking about me and you just randomly pop into my head, nah, that's for sure. I'm delusional, I'm crazy, don't get me wrong. But damn, bro, that shit gets me. So, I was just having a dream about it, whatever. And I was talking to Jay, and he was telling me that I said a few things. I said the same thing a few months ago, and I was like, I did? I still feel it, you know? I still feel like somehow, randomly, we're gonna catch up. And so that time hasn't came. This just happened last night. But I truly do believe that it might happen, and I wouldn't mind it, just solely because of the fact that, like, I'm not at the same conscious level as I was before. I do know what I'm saying, and I do know a lot more of myself than I did before. And I was always a deep person. I just never... I came at it in such a negative way, and I'm not as negative as I was before. And I really try my best at times to really just sit there and just like take in some positivity, some kind of resource of like good energy, and just kind of spew it out there. Just like, fuck it, whatever, you know? Like, if somebody's having a really bad day, I'll go give them a hug, or I'll say, hey, look, it's all good, like, don't worry about it. Like, we just, we all get there. And I feel like it's very important to make sure that it is known that I think it's great to know that as a society, as groups, as friends, as family, that if you are struggling, and if you have, I don't want to say misconceptions, but I want to say if you're just feeling a little lost and you're feeling a little tired, it's okay. I feel that shit every week, every single week, and it's very tiring, trust me. I know how it feels to kind of just sit there and just be like completely lost and not know where to pick your feet up, where to walk, where to even look, what to see, what to smell, what to think. Imagine not being able to have the ability to think about what you're going to do. And it's happened every week, and progressively I've gotten better and better, and it's very difficult to maintain it because there are certain aspects in your life, everyone's individualistic life, that tells them or shows them that why they shouldn't do it this way, or why they That was not anything. Um, there are certain aspects in people's individual lives that kind of show like, hey, like maybe you shouldn't be doing this. Maybe you like need to go a different route. And you know what? Maybe you do. But at the same time, you also gotta know, if you truly want to be able to ground yourself and be open-minded, it's really hard to be both. It's really hard to be both, and I'm still learning it. It's really hard to be both, to be grounded and to be open-minded about certain things, because you don't want to feel lost. You want to feel like you have your ideals in place, and you want to feel like you want to stick to those ideals, or at least to me. I might be projecting onto what I really feel, and it is honestly kind of how I really feel, but a lot of other people might feel the same way. And so it's really hard to be grounded and open-minded, in the sense of being able to take other people's energies, observing it, sometimes absorbing it. And I'm learning to kind of learn how to observe it, even though I try to be as empathetic as possible. I don't like I don't like not I hate beating around the bush. If I see that you're upset, or that you're sad, or that you're pissed off, I'm okay for you to rant, for you to talk about it, for you to spew any little thing. But if you don't want my opinion, I got you. If you want my opinion, the only thing I'm going to say, really, is just try to be a positive reinforcer, bro. Because I don't need to receive that negative energy from you, and I don't need to give you any more negative energy than you already feel. And that's my thing. And I don't want to be able to keep swaying this narrative of just negativity and just kind of conjure these negative, oh, I keep saying negative, but whatever, these dark clouds, these dark thoughts of endless torture, because that's to me what it really is. It's just torture. It's self-torture, and you're self-implicating your own, you're self-harming yourself. And it isn't necessarily healthy. It isn't good that you keep beating down on yourself. Yes, put pressure on yourself, like, hey, yo, you're bleeding a little bit, keep it pressured, so that you're not like bleeding any more than you should be. That's just all it is. I really truly believe that everyone can make it out. And I've already had one instance of somebody not feeling like they're not able to make it out, and they're not with us today. And it truly sucks, because it happened at such a young age, where this person was so bright, was so quiet, so calming. Like, his presence was calming. And next thing you know, it's lights out. And I wasn't very conscious at that point. I honestly, I felt bad. I felt sad. I felt exactly what he felt. And it's very hard to put yourself out, because as on top of that, this guy was very knowledgeable. He was very smart. He was intelligent, like extremely intelligent. And maybe that's what caused him to drive to kind of just call it quits. And I understand that completely. It's hard. It's super difficult to really get yourself out of that mindset, to get your ass off and just kind of do shit, and then just kind of like do shit but without thinking it. But at least to me, I can't do things without thinking. I'm so not anxious, but I'm a little anxious, but I'm so caught up in trying to understand what I'm doing, and I want to understand what I'm doing, and I feel like I need to slow down my process, so that I'm able to really interpret what I feel and how I go about things. And I truly believe that everyone should kind of adapt to that, like kind of think about, like, being more mindful of of certain things in your life, like asking yourself the whys and the don'ts and the do's and the whats and the hows and the why. Again, keep asking yourself why. And don't get me wrong, it will drive you to a point of insanity, of madness, because you're always trying to find the answers. But that's why also it's true that patience is truly a virtue. Like, I hate admitting it because I'm very impatient. I'm really like the type to like jump on the gun, but I've also understood that there's certain times and there's certain things that need to be spoken about, said, done within a certain time period. And as much as you may think that it is ready or it's time, maybe it might not be, and that's okay. Like, there's plenty of time for you to wait, or maybe it's already passed and you didn't even know it. And it's just that kind of, ooh, somebody's walking. I don't like talking in front of people. He's just standing there. Anyways, yeah. Oh, they're just walking. Okay. Sus, bros. Trust issues. Clearly. Sorry. I lost my train of thought, but going on to whatever I was just thinking right now. Back to my actual first topic. There are certain people in your life that come into play, and I kind of just, I'm kind of like adjusting to it still. Oh, they're coming. Oh. And this is where we end the video. Thank you.